nothing is going to happen until you make something happen. Does that make sense to you? Now, if it does, see what will happen. First thing first, what do you need to make your life move? If you agree with me that your life is at start right now, and there's a lot of things that you are supposed to be consciously, intentionally doing into your life to make sure that you are moving, in terms of upgrading your brain, updating yourself with information, learning constantly. I have never seen something as powerful as learning, as powerful as upgrading oneself, as powerful as trying to learn new things, especially when new things, new era coming, to consistently keep moving at a very fast space, right? Otherwise, the world is going to leave you behind. Obviously, opportunities exist, but because your life is still at default, you've not done anything to move. Depend on the government, you complain. You still depend on whatever you are depending on, giving power to them to control your life. It is time to take it up. It is time to take charge. Everyone's life is at default. Your life is at default. Mine is at default. We are all struggling to get it right. A lot of people might not understand what I mean by life is at default. It's simple. Nothing happens until you make it happen. Nothing moves until you make it move. A speaker in the recent conference I attended said that the world is naturally dark, and until you provide light, you're not going to have any. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kabir A. In case you're watching me for the first time, consider hitting the like button, consider subscribing, consider following. We are building this community of financially intelligent people like you. So I'm going to break this topic down. A lot of people don't understand life is at default, but actually that's one of the best lessons. That's one of the first lessons you should be interested in. Life is at default means you are just in a state of, let me say, ground states. I studied chemistry, and we're taught that all atoms are usually in the ground states, and they are never going to make any move until when reaction gets started. And how does reaction get started? When some certain external forces acted on the atom. Sorry, a lot of people I know you are not in chemistry, you are not a science student, but I'll come back to the live application of what I'm saying. But just try to understand the concept that even the car you drive, guess what? Until you match the acceleration or the accelerator, nothing happens. If you just go there and sit on the chair, on the cushion of your driver, the driver's seat, nothing is going to happen until you make something happen. Does that make sense to you? Now, if it does, see what will happen. First thing first, what do you need to make your life move? If you agree with me that your life is at start right now, and do you know what? A lot of people are lagging behind. When you were giving birth to, your life is at default, but a lot of people's life, not even at default right now, has gone beyond default. Like it's reading -0, -1, -2, -3, like they are going, they are dead on arrival. So what you might want to do is to find out starter packs, right? You may want to find out things that you need to start doing to get your life moving. Because if you are not moving, life is constantly moving. Should I say this again? If you refuse to move, life is always constantly moving, and it's going to leave you behind. That's why I said some people are already reading negative. Because naturally, the day you are created, life is already moving. That's why your age, the number of years, you keep counting. My birthday is this, I'm so years old. Can you see that thing doesn't wait for you? Time doesn't wait for you. Now, there's a lot of things that you are supposed to be consciously, intentionally doing into your life to make sure that you are moving. In terms of upgrading your brain, updating yourself with information, learning constantly, right? But a lot of us are not doing that. So rather, what we choose to do is we don't care. We are careless about moving. We just want to do what we want to do. Not necessarily paying attention to whether I want to grow or not. But if you don't pay attention to growth, it doesn't happen automatically, just like the failure is automatic. Like normally, when you are giving birth to, you're already a failure. Meaning that if you don't do anything, nothing happens. So for growth is something that you need to stretch, you need to go after it, you need to do some certain things, you need to make sacrifices, and then with time you begin to see the growth happening, and then you begin to move with life. So a lot of people are where they are right now because they refuse to move, and life has moved past them. Let me give you an example. When you were in primary school, in secondary school, you must have had some friends, or at higher level, higher institution, you must have had some friends you are close to, maybe in your area. Now, a lot of them that updated themselves in one area of life or another has moved past you. Right or wrong? True life story. We have a lot of people in my place, a lot of people that I came to see. Yes, I know a lot of you will push it to it is God that blessed them. It is whatever that blessed them. You might have your say. Well, that is for you. What I want to tell you is that you have a lot to do in starting your life, or I will say in continuing your life, wherever you are right now. You have a role to play. And it's simple. It's all about updating yourself with knowledge. I have never seen something as powerful as learning, as powerful as upgrading oneself, as powerful as trying to learn new things, especially when new era coming. That's why these Gen Zs, I don't blame them. And that's why there is clearly disparity between what we are learning, our children are learning in school right now, and what is obtainable in the society. There is clear difference. So what I want to let you understand is that you have to consistently keep moving at a very fast space, right? Otherwise, the world is going to leave you behind. Why do you wonder, or I will say, do you ever wonder why some people at their age right now, perhaps around 60, 70, they cannot use Android phone effectively, or 80s? Because the world has moved past them. They don't have updates. They are not upgraded. Like they are wiring of their brain, which is even the same like you, but cannot be able to function as much as reading meaning to an Android phone now. A lot of you right now, you are even youth, but when they talk about AI, artificial intelligence, you don't even know what they are talking about. Now, these are some of the problems. And you need to be intentional, like I said, keeping yourself updated. It's not a magic. I have learned that this success thing is not a magic. And there's nothing much about saying whether it's a luck or whatever it is. It's all about preparing yourself and getting ready. You need to prepare yourself, get ready for those opportunities. Obviously, opportunities exist, but because your life is still at default, you've not done anything to move. The day you were giving birth to, even the life begin to move when you have not even have any sense. Like you don't know what you are doing yet, but life was moving. Life was moving past you. Thank God you were giving birth to. Parents have you and they took care of you up to a stage where you need to stand on your own. But guess what a lot of people are doing? Even when they get to the stage where they need to now take charge, they still depend on others to come and save them. You depend on your parents. You still depend on the government. You complain. You still depend on whatever you are depending on, giving power to them to control your life. It is time to take it up. It is time to take charge. Right? Thank you so much, Aliru, for commenting. Meaningful words, like you said. Thank you. Well, the thing is, you need to be inspired and you need to understand that your life is in your hands. Your destiny is in your hands. Like they say, a lot of religious people will get this concept wrong, and they will say that, God decide your destiny. I will tell you, in a lot of ways, your habits determine your destiny. Because your daily habit, take for example, if you wake up, if you choose to go out to do something, or you choose to stay indoor, or you choose to just watch TVs, just watch, and then you waste all of those time. So how do you now expect productivity? How now do you expect somebody that is out there struggling, learning, updating himself, building things, building products and services? How do you expect that person's destiny not to be different from yours? This destiny thing we are talking about, you are the one using your hand and your pen to write it every day by the actions you take, starting from your thinking pattern. Some of you never even believe that you can become successful. You probably never believe that you can earn maybe 10 million, 50 million, 100 million. You don't even believe it. Then you can never, if you don't think it, you can't act it. And if you can't act it, you can't become it. It's as simple as that. That's one of the secrets that I've learned from successful people. So if your life is at default, everybody's life at a point was at default. The billionaires, the Dangotes, the whosoever that is successful that you are looking up to today, I want to tell you that once in a lifetime ago, their life was at default. They never have anything. The problem you have is that you often think that they are lucky. You often think that they have some kind of leverage that you don't have. When I was reading through a book written by Brian Tracy, he called it No Excuses. It made me to understand something, that a lot of people right now even have much bigger excuses than you have. They have much bigger challenges than you have. That if they want to depend on that excuses to complain, they never would have grown more than what they have. I mean, they never would have scrolled past it. But today they are very successful, control millions and billions. Whereas you don't even have as much problem as they have, but you look up to it and complain so that you can be comfortable. So it's time to move. Your life is at default. If you stay at default, you're going to continuously be poor. Do you know what the meaning is? The meaning of default is there's nothing that is happening around you. Right? That's what it means. So you need to make it happen. There's this law of sciences, I think a law of, what did they call it? That a body is at rest until what? An external force acted upon it before it what? It moves. So it's the same thing applicable to you. Where you are right now, what you are doing right now, you need more updates because it is at default. And guess what? It might not possibly be the fact that you've not done anything positive in your life, but maybe you did at a point and then you halt. How did they say it? You stop. And then now everything is at default. You are not moving, and every day, this man said that the definition of insanity, Albert Einstein, the definition of insanity, that you know somebody is insane, is that the person expects that life will change when he himself is not changing. You do things that you do every day for 5 years, 10 years. You expect life to just change around and give you millions or make your life better. But you don't strive to get better. You don't strive to better your habits. You don't strive to learn new skills and strive so hard to hit yourself hard on it. Mean it and then go after it. Keep pushing. Never give up. Keep doing it until you get to the level you want. You get to the top. You know, a lot of us are so aggressive about this success, and we just want to do it. We came from nowhere and then we want to make a difference. Guess what I realized? A lot of people that are successful today, that were at default, just like you right now that you are complaining, they were actually at even more better default than you are. I've said this before. That's why we have self-made billionaires. Plenty of them. There are a lot of self-made billionaires that started from ground zero. Or some of them started with a minimum amount of money. People like Dr. Stephen Akintayo will often say that he started with 1,000 naira. People like Dr. Cosmos Maduka will tell you that he started with 200 naira. 200 Nigerian naira. His business. If I tell you how much I start my business with, not up to 30,000, 25 to 30,000. Now he's now a multi-million, going to multi-billion. That's where we are going. We're going to get there. It's just a matter of having a vision, drive yourself towards it, work hard, never give up, never stop. It's not easy for anyone anywhere. And guess what? The life you are living right now might not even be easy for you, but your problem is you are not even seeing anything. It's not about waiting patiently. What are you waiting for? That's the question. You are waiting patiently, you are struggling. What are you struggling for? What is the vision you have? What are you striving to achieve? Do you ask yourself this question? Today I challenge you, have them written clearly. Write them down clearly. This is me. This is what I'm doing. This is what I must do. This is what I want, doing this. I don't know if you understand. So, but it's okay. If all I've said does not make sense to you, keep your life like that. I don't know if you are happy. Right? If you are happy with the way you are, it's okay with me. It's okay. But if you are not happy, then there's a call for change. You need to start thinking right now. Like I tell you, your life is at default. It's on hold. It's on hold. You probably don't know, but I'm telling you now, your life is on hold. And do you know, some of you, you claim to have, you are learned. You know, if you are learned, the definition of learned is the knowledge you have can be transformed into reality. It can help people. It can solve problems. You are learned. But if certificate and pieces of paper you got from university or wherever you got it from is what you are depending on to think that you are learned, that is a fat lie. And that's why you are at default. For people like us, hey, we have to learn things every day and make it happen. Do you know? It is now that I start leveraging on my intuition, on my imagination. I'm not even basically thinking about what I was taught in the university. By the way, most of the things I was taught in the university look very irrelevant to me in my success journey right now. The only thing it helped me to do, it helped me to speak this English. It helps me to be able to have some level of, relating to people like that. But then even the level of relationship with people need to be upgraded. It's not everything they teach you in school. It's just all about how far in the school, and that's all. But do you know that the level of people management, if you can learn it very well, if you can read how to manage people, do you see sometimes when they make you class rep or when they put some certain level of responsibility, it's now that I understand the fact that those who were actually doing some politics roles in school were actually better than people like us that were focusing on getting first class. Most of those guys end up getting a very worse grade, but they are better than us in the society today. This is one of the reasons why I decided to quit my lecturing job. And guess what? I'm doing far better. The salary I was paid back then as a lecturer, I'm paying multiple people. Do you understand? If you don't understand this, I'm going to stop here. But understand that your life is at default, and until you're ready to change it, nothing is going to change. Okay? And the first person to attempt to change it is you. You might possibly keep expecting others to come and help you change it, but it's not going to happen. You might be afraid from the start. It's okay. What is not okay is staying and waiting for help to come. Maybe from God, maybe from people. You're going to be disappointed. I tell people that God has done everything for you by giving you brain and giving you your sense organs, giving you your subconscious mind, giving you attention, giving you time, giving you energy. Are you learning? Are you learning? Type I am learning. Type I am learning on the comment section, because obviously all you need to make a change is already available. But guess what you are doing? You are still waiting for God. Let me give you a scenario. And I learned this concept from Dr. Cosmos Maduka. He said when God created tree, God was actually creating cushions, was actually creating, like, look at the office where I am right now. All this table you are seeing, all these were created from woods, isn't it? Look at all these chairs, all these woods. Do you understand it? That was what God was creating. Now look around you, all the things that you have seen or you are seeing. Think about where it was created from for a minute. And then think about how God made that thing. Now it was people's creativity and their readiness to use their brain that were able to put it into this camera I'm using to talk to you right now, wherever you are watching me from. Do you know that it was somebody's thought? God put the thought in their head. What God has put in your head as default, you are not using it. You are not using it. Now how do you expect to be successful? You probably, even this video I'm making right now, you think I'm wasting my time. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop here. Please remove yourself from default. At default, nothing happens. Change your scenario, change your situation, change your financial ability and capacity. Begin to look at life from different perspectives. You can do it. If people like me, as a teacher from classroom, is here right now, becoming an employer of labor, even when some of my colleagues are still back there complaining of their little salary, while I can afford to pay people in multiple right now, and I'm still employing more. Guess what? You can also do it. It's now I understand that I probably might be the next Dangote of Africa, or I will be the next Elon Musk of the world. Because the way my brain is working now, and guess what? Once you get to that level, it doesn't start like that, but once you get to that level, some of the ideas, the insights, the imaginations that you receive, it's actually kind of godlike inspiration. Sometimes when I face challenges, I am happy. I am happy to see problem because I know once problem exists, money is coming. But for you, once problem hit you, man, you are down. You just think deeply. Just give up. No. Learn to leverage. Leverage starting from your physical. Do you know? Let me stop here. If you enjoyed this video, please make a comment and then make sure you share this video. Make sure you follow and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kabir, AA Kabir for short. I call myself the world's most influential entrepreneur and business coach from Africa, precisely Nigeria. I'm going to be doing this every day. Until then, bye-bye for now.